Day I wake up and I feel so alive.
So basically the question is, there's this, in modern society, women are much more independent. And so how does that fall into play in polygamy? And I kind of wanted to open up the conversation with Ani and Titi as well. Y'all are big on the feminist movement. So how does that kind of like interweave in modern society, this feminist movement and polygamy?
What you said, what I said about it driving us with when we were young. When you get married and move to your husband's house, you get your driver, or you can drive your own. Many women do that. You can drive yourself, or you have your driver that can drive you anywhere, and nobody has the right to ask him where do you go or something.
So
like
again, it's cultural women because this idea that Muslim women aren't allowed to drive is a cultural thing. It's not in the
I've been driving.
Yeah, but it's not. It's a part of that's in religion is that men are. It said in the Quran, "Al-Rijal qawwamuna 'ala an-nisa," that men are the protectors and maintainers of women. Meaning, men have to protect women. So we have to know we're not out there just. We're out there as like a man is also like a bodyguard.
Yeah,
that's how we have to.
That's
treat.
what my mom would say. Like
Mm-hmm.
the brothers at the mosque would have to like walk her home if she was there working.
Yeah, and if you actually look at, and I'm not going to digress too much, but it's just that if you look at the crime rate, things that are done upon women in the West versus overseas, it's substantial. It's huge. The difference. You know, they don't play over there with things. You know,
Right.
and
There's
also
always a man with you.
Yeah, and not only that, the laws are very strict.
I mean, it's
the laws are very strict, and for men doing this to women and vice versa. But men are around. You know, like when I went to Yemen, you don't see men.
How do you guys feel though about the countries where women are screaming out, where they're like, you know, they're being forced to be castrated and they are being brutalized in the name of Islam and in the name of Allah, which really bothers me. But I'm wondering how you guys deal with that.
That is where culture, we say, there are some people, you know, backward, you know, what they do is to satisfy their ego. If you can see so many Islamic imams, what do you call them? Imams, like educators,
like priest version of
they talk about it. This is about some man who decides that I need to satisfy my ego. To not say that in our countries, yes, women are brutalized too. It's like their husband beat them, and their young girls are being raped and things like that. It happens, but that's not in the name of Islam. That is like any individual who's like, we believe is like a person who's like not right in his head and does any crime. Like any person who does any crime, that does not mean that, he's Muslim, but that does not mean he's a good Muslim. He's a bad person.
And
that's
that he
all we see.
Islam.
Yeah.
Like most, you got to understand too, there's 2 billion Muslims in the world. So they're not all good. Like all of them not going to be good.
Well, that's like everything.
Exactly.
With any religion.
Exactly. Exactly. But like she said, they're not following, there's nothing clear in the Quran that tells them to do this. They're following culture and their own desires.
I currently I don't ascribe to any religion, but I do keep the beautiful things that I learned about Islam with me. But I just wonder how necessary it is today, right? Like, if someone wants to have more than one spouse, by all means. I just wonder in terms of it being a law, if it's still necessary, right? Or
that's the question I was going to ask. Does polygamy make sense in a modern society?
Every day I wake up and I feel